Baltimore, Maryland, man. I'm here with my mom. She's the star of this video, not me. Now, I told y'all in my other video, I pronounce her name Curl. Her real name is Carol, but I say Curl. How do you say your name, Ma?
Carol.
I've heard you say Curl before.
When I'm doing standard English, it's Carol. But if I want community dialect where I grew up, it's Curl.
So in other words, in
like
Baltimore,
curl,
Maryland,
like curly,
like cheese curls, like your hair right now. So like I said, in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Curl.
Curl.
On the birth certificate, when she signed her name, it say Carol, but in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Curl. So I'm visiting my mom, and I was just thinking that 49 years ago, I was right here. That was a long time ago. Look how big I am now, man. The miracle of life. Miracle. Not miracle. The miracle. That's how we say it in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, I done heard this story like a million times. The reason I'm so good in math probably is because I had to add up how many times I heard this story. So, Mom, what happened on February 25th, 1977?
I had just sat down to eat a sandwich, ready to go to bed. So when I went upstairs to go to bed, I had to go to the bathroom. And then when I came out the bathroom, I'm like, wait a minute, I know I wiped myself. And all of a sudden, all this water come gushing out me, right? I said, oh my God. I had to wake up my mother and let her know I'm ready to go to the hospital. She had rollers in her hair, and they had rollers back in the day they called rollers, hair rollers. She started pulling rollers out. She said, go call Bird, his father. That's his father, Bird. So we only had that one phone, so I had to go downstairs, call. His grandmother, Deffy, answered the phone. And I said, tell Bird I'm ready. And then she said, I'll be Junior. That was his father's name. She said, Pearl's ready. He said, no, she not. She said, you better go up there and get that girl. And he put me through so much. And this was 11:30 at night. I didn't have him until that, and this was a Thursday. I didn't have him until that Friday at 5:53. And after that, I told his father, if you want any more children from me, you better go somewhere else. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So if you noticed in that story, see, when we telling our stories, we get excited. See, that was on a Thursday, but she had me on a Friday. Yeah. That's how we say it in Baltimore, Maryland. Now I'm about to show my mother a couple pictures, some memories back from growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, just to get her take on some of these pictures, because I got my own take on them too. Here's the first one right here.
Oh, of course. That's his Uncle Ty and his Aunt Linda when they got married. And this little gorgeous girl right here, we already know who she is. Hey, okay?
So a lot of times, when people look at pictures of their parents, they say stuff like, oh, you wasn't even thought about in this picture right here. Was I thought about in this picture right here?
I wasn't even thought about. What you talking about?
All right, we're going to go on to another picture. This is one of my favorite pictures right here all time, man. So what's going on in this picture right here?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm on your shoulders.
Okay.
Do you think I can still get on your shoulders like that right now?
Yeah, in your mind, in your imagination.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just a little bit bigger than that.
See, that's the thing. We lived across the street from this picture on the corner of Giles Road and Shellbanks. Mm-hmm. And I figured this was a nice place to take a picture, which it was. So this picture was in Cherry Hill. Yes, it is. Cherry Hill on Giles Road and Shellbanks. And anybody know about Cherry Hill, they know where it was. And it's right across the street from the indoor swimming pool. So not Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill. Right. That's how we say it in Baltimore, Maryland, man. All right, what about this picture right here? That was down in Annapolis on West Street. Matter of fact, before all these boats and stuff was here, that's where some of the slaves were bought. Oh, no. Even where Kunta Kinte, Alice Haley pictures taken. West Street. Now remember that West Street, Annapolis, where the slaves was brought in to Maryland.
I ain't even gonna go no deeper than that right there. All right, what's going on in this picture right here? This is back in 2017.
I know, that was epic. Okay, I was surprised. He knocked on the door. It was a Mother's Day.
You got a Kool-Aid smile right there.
That's right. and the color of it was red.
Yeah. All right.
The flavor was red.
Red, not red. Red. That was the flavor. All right. What about this picture right here?
Well, this was up by Drew Hill Park. Really, it was just a day out. We was taking some pictures, and it had a couple more pictures, but they got lost in the pile. And what can I say? You know that he had a big personality back then. Look at him, GQ. You know what GQ means? Good quality.
So I get it from you is what you're trying to say. But that was what that little gesture was about?
Well, yeah, you know. But he had a big personality when he was little. He really did.
And you notice she said Drew Hill, not Druid.
Oh, yeah.
Not Druid Hill. But that's how we say it in Baltimore, Maryland, man. All right. And last but not least, I'm going to show you one more. And then we're going to see what you think about this right here. This is also one of my favorite pictures as well.
Oh, yeah, that was on a Sunday morning. He was getting ready to go to church.
We look good right
I'm
there.
trying to get him back in church. Right?
We look
but
good.
We look good. We do.
We look good right there. That's a.
And one of my other favorite pictures, he don't have it on there. My favorite, it was on Mother's Day. And we took a picture together. I had on that flower top, right? And my white pants. And you had, yeah.
I'm going to find that picture. I'm going to put that picture in the video. I'm going to get her to show me which one she's talking about. And I'm going to put that picture in the video.
That was on Mother's Day.
All right, so yeah, man. So now y'all done finally got to see where I get it all from, man. I get it from my mama. This is my mama. I used to call her Mommy Curl. That was
I know, and I stopped answering. I said, you going to call me Mommy Curl? Because I know where he got that from. Because he had grandma's, and she would say, "You're going up Mommy Curl's house," right? But you know what? I had something. That was something I had to tell you, but I can't even. You took it away from me.
You forgot. Hey, that's what we do in our older age, man. I'm talking about myself.
You better hope to be my age.
I am. I'm talking about myself here too. It definitely is a blessing.
Oh yeah, I know. See, when he was in school, right? And it started when he was in nursery school. St. Veronica's nursery school. It's not, yeah. Okay. And I bought him these shirts. They were all health techs. And he also had anxiety back then. And he used to bite on his shirts and put holes in them because he'd be like this in school. And I said, child, you need to stop biting on them, right? And then when he went to elementary school, 164, the teacher said, it came up and he said, sometimes they call me Mrs. Parker. Your son, he always interrupting the class. I said, what do you mean? He interrupts the class. I said, well, when he does that? When we have assignments and he finishes his. I said, because the work is not enough. Give him more work to do. Because when he finishes work, he had nothing else to do but mess with the other kids. So once you get more, and so she gave him more work, he did it, and it became even more smarter. Okay. Oh, this is takes the cake. Look, every time he went to the bathroom, and he had to do the number, you know what? He would take all his clothes off, sitting on the toilet.
What?
I said, come on, baby, you get ready to start school. You can't be taking all your clothes off. I guess he felt as though he didn't want to get his clothes messed up, but he was sitting on the toilet. So by the time he finished doing his due, he cleaned himself, put all his clothes back on, and said, Ma, I'm ready to go to school. I said, Lord, help me with this one.
All right, look, man.
Lord,
look.
help me. But guess what? He outgrew it. This my baby. I love him unconditionally. All right.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact. All right. So when I was young, we would always say this. She would say, "How much you love me?" I would say, "Ma, I love you this much." And guess what? I still do.
That's my baby. I can't tell you my secret name for him. That's between me and him.
No.